What if I told you there's a way to get 21 extra hours of freedom every single week? 6 months ago, I wouldn't have believed it either until I discovered the power of batch processing. I'm not talking about some productivity hack that sounds good in theory, but falls apart in real life. I'm talking about 7 specific techniques that literally gave me back an entire day every week. And today, I'm going to learn exactly how to do the same thing. Before we dive in, let me paint you a picture of what your life could look like. Imagine finishing your work earlier, having time for hobbies you've forgotten about, and actually being present with your family instead of constantly thinking about that growing to-do list. That's not a fantasy anymore. That's what batch processing has done for me and thousands of others who've implemented these strategies. In the next 30 minutes, you're going to discover 7 game-changing batch processing techniques that I've personally tested and refined over 6 months. I'll show you the exact before and after comparison of my time management, share the specific tools and templates I use, and give you a step-by-step implementation guide so you can start seeing results this week. This isn't theory from some productivity guru who's never actually worked a real job. This is battle-tested, real-world experience that's been proven to work. 6 months ago, my life was complete chaos. I was drowning in what felt like an endless stream of small tasks. Check email, respond to a message, write a report, check email again, make a phone call, update a spreadsheet, check social media, answer another email. Sound familiar? I was constantly switching between tasks, and by the end of each day, I felt exhausted, but couldn't pinpoint what I'd actually accomplished. The breaking point came on a Tuesday evening, when I realized I'd spent 8 hours at my computer, but had only completed 2 meaningful tasks. Everything else was just busy work. Task switching was killing my productivity, and I didn't even realize it. That night, I stumbled across research about something called cognitive switching penalty. Every time your brain shifts from one type of task to another, it takes time to refocus. We're talking about an average of 23 minutes to fully concentrate after each interruption. That's when I discovered batch processing, and everything changed. Within the first month, I was getting the same amount of work done in 6 hours instead of 8. By month 3, I'd optimized my system so well that I was working 5 hours a day and accomplishing more than I used to in 10 hours. And by month 6, I'd gained back 21 hours per week of pure, uninterrupted time. So what exactly is batch processing? Think of it this way. Instead of doing laundry one piece of clothing at a time throughout the week, you collect everything and wash it all at once. Your brain works the same way. When you group similar tasks together and complete them in dedicated time blocks, you eliminate the mental energy wasted on task switching. Here's what most people get wrong about batch processing. They think it's the same as multitasking, but it's actually the complete opposite. Multitasking is trying to do several things simultaneously, which research shows makes you less efficient at everything. Batch processing is doing one type of task exclusively during a focused time period, then moving to the next batch. It's about depth, not breadth. Another common misconception is that every task should be batched. That's not true. Urgent matters, creative breakthroughs, and time-sensitive communications can't always wait for your designated batch time. The key is identifying which tasks benefit from batching and which require immediate attention. Before we dive into the 7 techniques, I want you to pause and think about this question. What repetitive tasks consume most of your day? Leave your answer in the comments because understanding your biggest time drains is the first step to reclaiming your schedule. Let's start with technique number 1, email batch processing. This single change saved me 2.5 hours every day. Instead of checking email constantly throughout the day, I designated 3 specific times: 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. During these 30-minute blocks, I process all emails using a simple system: delete, delegate, respond immediately if it takes less than 2 minutes, or schedule for later action. The key is turning off all email notifications during your focused work times. I know this feels scary at first, but here's the reality. Very few emails are actually urgent. Most can wait 3 to 4 hours without any negative consequences. I use email templates for common responses, which cuts my response time in half. For example, I have templates for meeting requests, project updates, and client check-ins. This system transformed my relationship with email from reactive to proactive. Instead of being interrupted every few minutes, I deal with communication efficiently and then forget about it until the next batch. The result? I went from spending 2 hours scattered throughout the day dealing with email to just 90 minutes of focused processing. Technique number 2, social media content batch creation. If you're creating content for your business or personal brand, this technique alone will save you hours every week. Instead of scrambling to post something every day, I dedicate 2 hours every Sunday to creating an entire week's worth of content. Here's my exact process. I start by reviewing my content calendar template, which outlines themes for each day of the week. Then, I use Canva to create all 7 graphics in one sitting, maintaining visual consistency across posts. I write all captions in a single document, ensuring they flow together as a cohesive message. Finally, I use a scheduling tool, like Later or Buffer, to automatically publish everything throughout the week. This approach has multiple benefits beyond time savings. Your content quality improves because you're thinking strategically about your overall message instead of just trying to post something, anything, before the day ends. Your visual branding becomes more consistent because you're designing everything in the same session with the same color palette and fonts. And most importantly, you free up daily mental energy for other priorities. The transformation is remarkable. I went from spending an hour every day stressing about what to post and scrambling to create something decent, to spending 2 focused hours once a week creating better content than I'd ever produced before. Technique number 3, financial management batch processing. Money stress often comes not from lacking money, but from lacking systems to manage it effectively. I designated the last Sunday of every month as my financial batch processing day. During this 2-hour block, I review all accounts, categorize expenses, update my budget, and plan for the upcoming month. The process starts with gathering all financial information in one place. I download bank statements, credit card statements, and investment account summaries. Then I use a simple spreadsheet to categorize all expenses from the previous month. This gives me a clear picture of where my money actually went, not where I think it went. Next, I update my budget based on actual spending patterns and plan for upcoming expenses. I set up automatic transfers for savings, goals, and schedule bill payments for the entire month. This eliminates the daily financial decisions that create stress and consume mental energy. The psychological benefits are as important as the time savings. Instead of avoiding financial tasks because they feel overwhelming, I look forward to my monthly financial review because I have a clear system. I know exactly what I need to do and how long it will take. This single session eliminates financial anxiety for the entire month and ensures I'm making progress toward my long-term goals. Technique number 4, learning content batch processing. Whether you're taking online courses, reading industry articles, or consuming educational content, batching your learning dramatically improves retention and saves time. I designate Tuesday and Thursday mornings as my learning blocks, dedicating 2 hours to consuming and processing educational content. The key is active processing, not passive consumption. During my learning batch, I don't just watch videos or read articles. I take detailed notes using a consistent template, create summaries of key concepts, and immediately identify how I can apply what I'm learning. This transforms scattered learning into a systematic knowledge-building process. I use a digital note-taking system that allows me to tag and cross-reference information across different sources. When I encounter similar concepts in different courses or articles, I can quickly connect them and build deeper understanding. This batch approach to learning has increased my retention rate significantly because I'm processing information in focused, dedicated sessions rather than trying to squeeze learning into random moments throughout the day. Technique number 5. Household task batch processing. Domestic responsibilities can consume enormous amounts of time if not properly organized. I've created what I call power blocks for different categories of household tasks. Saturday morning is cleaning block, Sunday afternoon is meal prep block, and Monday evening is administrative block for things like scheduling appointments and paying bills. During cleaning block, I put on energizing music and tackle the entire house systematically, starting with bathrooms, then bedrooms, living areas, and finally, the kitchen. This focused approach means I can deep clean the entire house in 2 hours, instead of spending 15 minutes here and there throughout the week, never feeling like anything is truly clean. Meal prep block has been a game changer for both time management and health. I spend 2 hours on Sunday preparing proteins, chopping vegetables, and cooking grains that can be mixed and matched throughout the week. This eliminates daily cooking stress and ensures we eat healthier because good options are readily available. The administrative block handles all the small but necessary life maintenance tasks, scheduling doctor appointments, researching purchases, updating insurance information, and dealing with any paperwork. By batching these tasks, I eliminate the mental burden of remembering what needs to be done and the inefficiency of handling them one at a time. Technique number 6. Meeting and communication batch. Processing. Nothing destroys productivity, like scattered meetings and constant interruptions throughout the day. I've implemented what I call meeting consolidation, where I designate specific days and times for different types of meetings and communications. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my meeting days, with all external meetings scheduled between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. This gives me large blocks of uninterrupted time on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for deep work. I also batch similar types of meetings together. For example, all client calls happen Tuesday morning, all team meetings happen Tuesday afternoon, and all vendor discussions happen Thursday morning. The key to making this work is being proactive about scheduling and setting clear boundaries. When someone requests a meeting, I offer specific time slots rather than asking when they're available. This prevents the back-and-forth email dance that wastes everyone's time. I also use meeting templates and agendas to ensure every meeting has a clear purpose and expected outcome. For phone calls and video chats, I designate specific hours when I'm available for spontaneous communication. Outside of these hours, people know to expect delayed responses unless it's truly urgent. This system has eliminated the constant interruptions that used to fragment my attention throughout the day. Technique number 7. Creative work batch processing. This might seem counterintuitive because we often think creativity can't be scheduled, but batching creative work has actually enhanced my creativity while saving tremendous amounts of time. I've identified my peak creative hours, which happen to be early morning between 6 and 9 a.m., and I protect this time fiercely for creative projects only. During creative batches, I eliminate all distractions. Phone goes in another room, email is closed, and I focus exclusively on the creative task at hand. Whether it's writing, designing, brainstorming, or strategic planning, I give it my complete attention during these focused blocks. I also batch different types of creative work. For example, I dedicate Monday morning to writing, Wednesday morning to visual design, and Friday morning to strategic planning. This allows my brain to get into the specific type of creative flow required for each activity without constantly switching between different creative modes. The results have been remarkable. Not only do I produce higher quality creative work, but I also produce it faster, because I'm not fighting against my natural energy rhythms or dealing with constant interruptions. Ideas flow more freely when I know I have dedicated, protected time to explore them fully. Now that you understand all 7 techniques, let's talk about implementation. The biggest mistake people make when trying to implement batch processing is attempting to change everything at once. This approach almost always leads to failure because it's overwhelming and unsustainable. Instead, start with one technique that addresses your biggest pain point. If email is constantly interrupting your flow, start with email batch processing. If you're stressed about household tasks, begin with household batch processing. Master one technique completely before adding another. Week 1 should focus on identifying all the tasks in your chosen category and tracking how much time you currently spend on them. Week 2, implement the batch processing system for that category only. Week 3, optimize and refine the system based on what you learned during Week 2. Common pitfalls to avoid include being too rigid with your schedule. Life happens. And sometimes you need flexibility. Buffer time into your batches to account for tasks taking longer than expected. Don't try to batch every single minute of your day. You need some unstructured time for unexpected opportunities and spontaneous moments. Another mistake is not tracking your progress. You need to measure your results to stay motivated and identify what's working. I use time tracking apps to monitor how much time I spend on different categories of tasks before and after implementing batch processing. The data is incredibly motivating when you see the actual hours you're saving. Let me share the tools that have been essential for making this system work. For time tracking, I use Rescue Time, which automatically monitors how I spend time on my computer, and Toggle for manual tracking of offline activities. For task management, I use Notion to organize my batch processing templates and schedules. For automation, Zapier connects different apps and eliminates repetitive data entry tasks. The specific templates I use for each batch processing technique are available for free in the video description. These include my email processing, checklist, content creation calendar, template, financial review worksheet, and meeting agenda templates. You don't need to create these from scratch when you can start with proven templates and customize them for your specific needs. For paid tools, I've found that investing in good automation software pays for itself quickly. Zapier might cost $20 per month, but it saves me hours every week by automatically moving information between different systems. The return on investment is massive when you consider the value of your time. Let me show you the concrete results from implementing these 7 batch processing techniques. Over 6 months, I tracked everything meticulously, and the numbers are impressive. Email processing went from 2 hours scattered throughout the day to 90 minutes of focused time. Content creation dropped from 7 hours per week to 2 hours per week. Financial management decreased from multiple stress sessions throughout the month to one calm 2-hour session. Meeting and communication time was cut in half by eliminating inefficient scheduling and unnecessary interruptions. Household tasks that used to consume random hours throughout the week now take just 4 focused hours on weekends. Creative work became more productive and enjoyable, with better output in less time. Adding it all up, these techniques saved me exactly 21 hours and 15 minutes per week. That's not an exaggeration or marketing hyperbole. That's documented, measured, time savings that I've sustained for 6 months and counting. But the benefits go far beyond just time savings. My stress levels have decreased dramatically because I'm no longer constantly reacting to urgent tasks. My work quality has improved because I can focus deeply instead of constantly switching contexts. My relationships have strengthened because I can be fully present instead of always thinking about my growing to-do list. I've shared these techniques with friends and colleagues, and their results have been similarly impressive. Sarah, a marketing manager, gained back 15 hours per week and got promoted because her improved efficiency allowed her to take on strategic projects. Mark, a freelance designer, doubled his income because he could serve more clients in the same amount of time. Lisa, a busy mom, finally found time to pursue her photography passion because batch processing eliminated the chaos from her household management. The long-term impact has been profound. After 6 months, these systems have become second nature, requiring no willpower or conscious effort to maintain. They've become my default way of operating, and I can't imagine going back to the scattered, reactive approach I used to think was normal. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 techniques resonates most with your current situation? What's your biggest time management challenge right now? Are you constantly interrupted by email, stressed about household tasks, or struggling to find time for creative work? Share your specific situation in the comments because I read every single one and often respond with personalized advice. Here's what I want you to do after watching this video. Don't try to implement all 7 techniques at once. Pick the one that addresses your biggest pain point and commit to testing it for 1 week. Track your time before and during the implementation so you can measure your results. Then, come back and tell me how much time you saved. If you found this video valuable and want more practical productivity content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell time. Post new videos every Tuesday with actionable strategies you can implement immediately. Next week, I'm sharing how to use AI tools to supercharge your batch processing systems even further, including some automation techniques that will blow your mind. The resources I mentioned throughout this video, including all the templates and tool recommendations, are linked in the description below. Everything you need to start implementing these techniques today is there waiting for you. Remember, reclaiming 21 hours per week isn't about working more efficiently so you can cram more work into your day. It's about creating space for what truly matters to you. Whether that's spending time with family, pursuing hobbies, building a side business, or simply having the freedom to be spontaneous, batch processing gives you that gift. Your time is your most valuable resource, and you deserve to have control over how you spend it. These 7 techniques have transformed my life and the lives of everyone who's implemented them seriously. Now it's your turn. Pick one technique, commit to testing it this week, and start reclaiming your time today.